So why do we get fat? Why do we get chubby? Why don't our clothes fit anymore? And if you have excess chubby bits on your body, how do you get rid of it? And it's been suggested that walking's really good for the human body. Now, I love walking. I live in the South Island of New Zealand, so I'm hiking almost every day. And I have a walking desk, so I don't sit down at a desk. This is my office, and in my office I have literally when I'm at my desk working, I'm walking, my feet are underneath me walking. And quite fast now, I'm used to it, and I'm walking at about 7 kilometres an hour while I'm typing, while I'm on the phone, while I'm doing my work. And I'm sharing that with you because a lot of people say, oh, Rowie, you've got a stack of energy and you're healthy, fit and strong because you walk at your tread desk every single day. Well, here's a great thing to consider, or a controversial thing to consider. Is it possible that walking as an exercise, not as an activity, but if you do it for exercise, if you do it for health, it could be counterproductive, it could make you fat? And the reason I'm asking that question is a lot of people share with me, I walk 30 minutes every day, or I walk for an hour every day, or I take my dog out for a walk. So I'm doing something every day. Now there's an interesting new word that's come into the vocabulary of exercise people, which is an active couch potato. So you don't do anything all day. You sit on your bum at your office, you sit on your bum at the kitchen table, you sit on the lounge, you sit on the bus, you sit on the plane, you sit in the car, you sit. But for 30 minutes a day, you take the dog for a walk, or for an hour a day, you go out walking with your girlfriends, or you move your body for a certain period of time at low intense activity, and you call that exercise. There's a real challenge with that. Because again, there's a lot of argument about calories in, calories out, but the pure physics or science of if you put too much food into your body and you don't burn it off, it's got to go somewhere. So it's going to end up in a chubby bit on your body. And in women, we carry our chubby bits around our middle, on our hips, on the back of our arms. Now, just as a fun, interesting side note, no woman has ever died of big hips or a fat bum. It's healthy fat, subcutaneous fat that sits between your muscle and your skin. It's healthy. The dangerous one, the visceral fat that sits between your organs inside this cavity inside your body and squishes your organs together, that's really dangerous. And that's where men tend to carry their fat, that hard, solid middle bit. Very, very dangerous fat. And I'm sharing that because a lot of men have been told, go for a walk. If you want to burn fat off your body, if you want to burn visceral fat that's giving you high blood pressure and make you really sick and you've got no energy and you could die of a heart attack or a stroke, those horrible things that happen if you get too much visceral fat, then they're told to go for a walk. But here's the challenge with walking. If you go for a half-hour walk, the number of calories that you burn is not much more than sitting. Even if you walk fast, it's still not much more than sitting. But what happens in people's headspace is, oh, I've been for a walk, I've been out for an hour's walk, and it's a long time, an hour, I get that. So I deserve a little reward. I've been out for an hour, so I need an extra cookie. I've been out for an hour, so I'll have another glass of wine. I've been out walking my dog, so I'm going to have an extra beer. And unfortunately, the number of calories that go in after a walk of extending or expending a certain number of calories, and now that gets into a headspace of I deserve, I have a reward, I put in more calories, and we end up being fatter from our walking program. Now, this is not some illusionary thing I'm talking about. I've watched it happen to literally hundreds, if not thousands of people. I've been an exercise professional all of my life. Walking is not exercise. It's nice, I love it. I love going outside in the fresh air and sunshine and going for a walk. But exercise is designed that you get fit, you get a strong heart and lungs, cardiovascular respiratory system, and you get strong muscles and bones. And the two driving systems for that is your endocrine system and your central nervous system. Now, all of those work very effectively in the aerobic system, which is what we live in all day long. Breathe in oxygen, breathe out carbon dioxide, and it's a slow-paced activity. We live there all day long. So if you want to get fit and you want to get strong and you want to turn your body into a fat-burning machine, into a healthy machine, if you want an endocrine system that fires, if you want a central nervous system that fires at peak, then you've got to exercise at peak. And walking is never going to be peak. Unless you are morbidly obese and to walk really slowly, you get a heart rate and you're at high intense activity. That's the only group where walking can actually make a difference. But wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have any morbidly obese, because we've got fit, strong, healthy bodies that burn up everything that we put into it. And the only way to turn your body into a fat-burning machine, calorie-burning machine, food-burning machine is to get really fit and to get really strong. You can't get really fit if you've got weak muscles and bones. So you've obviously got to lift heavy, so that you overload your muscles and bones so they get really strong, so that then you can go and exercise, push hard, high intensity at 100% effort, so that you get 100% result. Now, surely that just makes common sense. If I go for a slow walk, or even if I go for a plod jog, nothing really changes. The only thing that changes my body is when I put in high effort. Now, there's one system there, the lactate system, which is you can put in high energy there. It's anything from about maybe from 10 seconds on to about 2 to 3 minutes. You can go really hard. It's still not at 100% effort, because the only system that works at 100% effort is your phosphate system, which is 10 seconds. And the reason I'm sharing that is 2 reasons. One is 10 seconds is very short, so you really don't have to exercise for very long. You don't have to push very hard for very long to get great results. So if you go to 100% effort for 10 seconds lifting or puffing, you'll get fitter and you'll get stronger. If you go longer than that, you start pacing yourself, and if you do it in that lactate system, there's that burning sensation in your muscles, and you'll hear people say, feel the burn, feel the burn, feel the burn, but nobody really wants to feel the burn unless you're some kind of weird person who likes to have pain in your muscles. And for a lot of people, particularly unfit people, they feel green, they feel nauseous, which is why I don't like exercising there, and I don't like to get other people to exercise there. If you go to 100% effort for 10 seconds, you get 100% result. You get really fit, you get really strong. And then you can go walking for as long as you want to without any effort. So I can walk at my tread desk in my office for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. We're talking about 10,000 steps. Sometimes I'm doing 40, 50, 60,000 steps every day. I don't count them because I don't want that to control my life. But the couple of times that I have counted them, I do thousands and thousands of steps every day with no effort whatsoever, because I'm really fit and I'm really strong. Now, of course, you don't have to live like me. But if you think that going for a 30-minute walk or even an hour walk or a 2-hour walk is going to make a big difference to the chubby bits on your body, I think that would be delusional. There are too many people that go out walking and they're just getting fatter and fatter and fatter, because, and even if you're not getting fatter, you're not overloading your muscles and bones, you're not overloading your heart and lungs, nothing's really changing. Exercise is not designed for long, and a lot of people share this with me. I thought the longer the better, or the more I do the better. No, the harder you exercise the better, the more effort you put in the better, and the shorter that's going to be, because the harder you exercise, the shorter the program has to be, because you can go long and boring but not hard. You can go hard and short but not long. So if you really want to get a result, if you really want to get rid of your chubby bits, turn your body into a fat burning machine, and the only way to do that is to get fit by getting puffed at 100% effort. Lift heavy, because you can't get puffed if you're weak and frail and you don't have strong muscles and bones. But the 2 big ones there are your endocrine system and your central nervous system. When they work at 100% effort, they change everything in your body. Every chemical response in your body changes, and your body says, we need to be fit for next time, we need to be strong for next time, we need to be smarter and better for next time, so let's get fit and strong. And the big one that most exercise people never talk about, or probably because they don't know about, is the myokine system. It's the part of the endocrine system where a muscle sends a message back to your brain and to all the surrounding muscles and to all the surrounding organs to say, we just got puffed, we just lifted heavy. If we're going to do that again, we've got to be better for next time. It's the ultimate answer to how do I get fitter and how do I get stronger. You push to 100% effort to get puffed. You push to 100% effort to get strong. You do it safely so you don't get injured, because of course if you're injured you can't do anything. And if you do anything for a long time, you're going to get bored. So I'll wrap that up. Do it safely so you don't get injured. Do it short so you don't get bored. Do it to get an effect, to get a change in your body chemistry, so you actually can turn your body into a fat burning machine, so you can live your life to the max. Yay! Woohoo!